There's an area of it where like Banner's in this like glass bridge, whatever, before he turns into the Hulk and then smashes out and fights the military.
Mm.
They do that sort of thing again. Um, only the difference is in this reality, Black Widow was there, and they end up killing him in the end,
Yeah.
or so they believe. Hey guys, and welcome back to Fortune Theory. So here we are again for another bonus video. Talking about what if episode 3. What if the Earth didn't have its mightiest heroes? I think the episode's called. I can't remember now.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Big like that anyway.
It was yeah, roughly.
What if Earth's mightiest heroes died or lost or whatever? Spoilers, by the way, within its own title.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the title was. Yeah. Interesting episode. Probably not.
It wasn't one
It feels a
like
bit like the runt of the litter so far, but it's
well, it was all just in the title of the episode, it was all just deaths. And it was all just sort of like the it was like the scenes that are the like repercussions of previous scenes, but that's the entire episode, if that makes sense. So it's like, you know, moments where like, oh, this character's like something's happened to this character because of something earlier, but that was the entire episode, if that makes any sense. So, but it's still it was a good episode. It was still worked properly within the series.
like did like the fact that they re-officially canonized the whole 2008's Incredible Hulk film with references to locations such as university, and it's the university as well, but there's an area of it where like Banner's in this like they called glass bridge, whatever, before he turns into the Hulk and then smashes out and fights the military. They do that sort of thing again. Only the difference is in this reality, Black Widow was there, and they end up killing him in the end,
Yeah.
or so they believe. Locations and callbacks to certain characters and actors always an amazing thing. The fact that they brought Betty Ross back for that as well.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know if it was Liv Tyler that was playing her.
And
Was it? It felt a little bit hard to follow at first because I'm trying to like, because since like, especially since the last episode, I've seen it all as kind of like. When I first watched the trailer for the show, it was like it all felt like it was all the episodes were set in one universe, but it was a separate universe within the multiversal branch reality, if you like. And, we'd been seeing, but like this is one thing that's bugging me is the whole Phil Coulson password thing, because it would be Steve, Steve, Steve. Whereas if that would have worked, if this is meant to be canon to the Carter episode, becoming Captain Carter, then technically wouldn't it be Peggy, 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 I Heart Peggy, something lines, because she became the soldier? I
potentially,
mean, unless like
yeah.
Phil Coulson's got a thing for weak men who get in robotic suits, then Hydra.
Yeah.
See, that's what he is portrayed at in that reality. It makes sense going forward for the whole fact that Captain America is the only Avenger that's not focused on in the episode.
But it ended pretty nicely as well.
Banner who was killed, and then Black Widow who's killed. There's no reference to Steve Rogers other than the password.
No.
So,
no.
maybe Phil Coulson has respect for him for being the Hydra Stomper. And
did we get a glimpse of his shield, though? Cap shield at one point. I can't
there was
remember.
a nod to him in a way, but not in terms of appearing as a character, because they are working by the canon of episode 1. Then his character should still be in World War II period, just World War II period. So, yeah. And it does make sense, I suppose, killing off the Avengers, because there's setting up their new Guardians of the Multiverse team at the end of the series, which would have Captain Carter, T'Challa, Star-Lord, and other characters.
Okay.
So, characters that we'll probably meet over the next coming episodes. I don't know if like Loki's going to be major factor going forward, because like, they're setting up loads of like successful villains. Like at the end of episode 2, we got Ego, who's probably going to destroy and take over the whole universe now.
Hmm.
Got Loki, who's now gaining what he wanted from the end of the first Avengers film. They don't need the battle anymore because all the heroes are dead.
Hmm.
Practically.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's just going to be a case of seeing what comes forward. That
Yeah.
no, episode 4 is really going to be interesting. About, if Doctor Strange did become an evil team. So that's what the next episode 4 is going to be,
What's he
I
becoming?
believe. He's basically becoming like an evil version of himself, which
Oh.
is something they worried about in the first film. Um, that was made quite prominent in the trailer. I love the outfits for the
Yeah.
It was great to see Tom Hiddleston come back and voice Loki for this episode as well. Like, because we're obviously just coming fresh from the Loki series, so getting a bit more of
Mm.
that is excellent. Liked him and Nick Fury's little team up. That kind of felt very symbolic to how he's currently being portrayed a little bit, even though obviously he was doing it under more devious.
Yeah.
I think Pym being the villain, like references to Phase 2 with like Hope Van Dyne, because I know Hank and Janet, obviously Hope's parents from Man of the Wasp, they did work for Shield, and then they came out of it, and then in this reality, the kind of said what if of that is basically what if Hope became agent of Shield herself and got killed, then what
Yeah.
are the repercussions of that? And basically her being like a younger version of Wasp
Yeah.
was obviously part of the Avengers and well, and then Loki basically disguises himself as Nick Fury, confronts of Hank Pym, Ant-Man / Yellow Jacket, turns out to be the murderer, just killing all these candidates for the Avengers Initiative with Fury's plan,
Hmm.
because he basically wants Fury to look like he's. But he wants Fury to look like the Weaver of the Suicide Squad, basically saying all these people on like to go somewhere that'll get them killed.
Yeah.
Like that's what his perspective of what Fury is. So he wants to kill. He wants to expose himself for Fury after he kills all his candidates and get revenge on him. He and Loki basically. Fury reveals himself to be Loki in disguise. Fury turns up, and then
I really like the way
that's the
that
part that confused me as well because Loki wanted to kill him.
yeah.
Did he die or did he just get sent away into Shield custody? That's what
I imagine just custody, but I mean,
and that confuses me further because there was 2 blokes that were Asgardians
mm,
who turned up and took him away. So they take him away to personally execute them, for Loki to personally execute
I mean
later on, or
maybe if like
doing it for
yeah,
Loki because there was
Asgardians
one Loki who wanted that, or are they
do
taking him
that.
into Shield custody, or
Yeah,
'cause Fury
potentially.
shows sympathy for him at the end of the
Mm,
episode. Then Hank's like, "Well, honor her then,
yeah.
honor that," and that's obviously what he's assuming. That's what he
But yeah, I
don't reveal whether or not he'd been a scroll throughout that whole time, but that would have been great to know as well because we are learning some truths about where characters were in the core timeline in terms of what they were doing when this was going on
mm,
as well. So this is filling a few plot holes in a little bit in timeline because this is meant to be an alternative timeline where events are all taking place when they do. Because this is Fury's big week. This is what the whole Monday through Friday was meant to replicate. Was Fury's big week.
mm,
The events of Iron Man 2, the 2008 Incredible Hulk, and Thor film all taking place around this same week.
yeah.
And Avengers doesn't pick up until later. So yeah, and that's I'm guessing. So I'm guessing if it is canon to episode 1, the whole Captain Carter being teleported into 21st century didn't happen. Happened before the events of this episode.
Mm.
That teleport happened before the events of this episode. That's a tongue.
Unless they aren't, if they aren't, if like each episode is a
I
different
assumed from the
universe.
trailer that it wasn't canon to it, but now I'm starting to see it, and I'm starting to see the
Yeah,
building up of
if it
storyline. Like,
unfolds
a
more,
season is almost
yeah,
a phase of the MCU. That's kind of where they're going with it. It's like,
yeah.
oh, phase 1. Um,
Because if it was,
keep
I
this
didn't know
camera on.
whether it was like
But
each episode was a different universe, but No, if they are
That's
all
what I
connecting.
thought originally, but I'm starting to
Yeah.
see like how they can all together because they love their connectivity.
Yeah.
Actually, the whole point of the franchise now. Um, yeah, like parts of this episode that I really love, but like I think first two have won me over much better than this one.
Oh yeah.
Like this is not one that I'm to watch. To be honest, I haven't even rewatched the first two. Like, but rewatch the whole show as one when it's all out. I think.
Well, this is obviously the first
Yeah,
one
like
with all of the Avengers in it, or most of them in it. Um, for at
it's
least
weird
a
because I can't see
portion.
myself watching anything that isn't called the Avengers as an episode or TV show or film. Where they're all in it. And
Yeah.
technically they weren't because Captain America wasn't in it, and the episode kind of makes up for that because it's got the phrase "Earth's mightiest heroes," which is the definition of Avengers without their fancy Avengers word title.
Yeah.
You yesterday with the double-barreled names or whatever. Oh, there's a fancy word for it. Oh, it's just double-barreled names.
There isn't a fancy word for it. I thought there was, but
And you thought it was, but
yeah.
actually, no. 2 days ago when we did that video,
God, time
um,
flies.
which we're on a roll with our videos this week. Um, if you want to see yesterday's Spider-Man, like very tame Spider-Man No Way Home trailer reaction, click to the left, and that's the right, I think.
That's top right.
That is the left, yeah. And then click to the other one.
Well, it would just be
Yeah,
like now. The next one will be that.
whatever the fuck they are, you'll see them. And then click the Amble Rant, which is our new title for our off-topic video. And around for probably most likely a Friday release for our Friday episode, but we'll be producing it tomorrow
Yeah.
and get it as
That
out
was
as
a
early
weird
as
sound
possible.
effect. Sorry, Spotify and Apple. Just.
Anything to add, Pat? I feel like I'm going the show a little.
Well, yeah, I briefly thought what I thought about. Explain what I thought about it. I love the ending. And well, we got Captain Marvel at the end, so that was interesting. She just turned up. That was we talked about that a little bit before we
That's what I
happened.
meant by the whole plot hole thing, because it was like it reveals to the audience that in the main timeline she would have been free doing that,
Yeah.
unless wasn't, or she is just in this timeline. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Might be wrong about that. I heard someone else say it, so I'm kind of convinced that all new elements are just that wasn't established in. Apart from the obvious, like Hope Van Dyne isn't dead and it's not a villain, so and they didn't team up with Loki, and Loki didn't win. So yeah, but obviously all the stuff that we didn't know, stuff that they didn't touch upon, like they didn't touch upon the Pager or Captain Marvel, that could have all burst. But yeah, she apparently Fury did contact her in Avengers 1 and 2, and she said that she was busy.
There we
She couldn't
go.
turn up.
What if episode 3? What if Earth's mightiest heroes like all died or whatever the title is?
I'm gonna look this up now because it's bugging me.
Yeah, but yeah, let us know what you think. If you've watched it, if you haven't, link below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe for more ramble rants, more what if reviews. Basically, every single Marvel series that's coming out on Disney Plus, we will be reviewing and talking about. We done WandaVision, we done Falcon and Winter Soldier as like series summaries, and then Loki series, and this series we are doing like episodic reviews, and breakdowns. So yeah. While Ollie gets the title of it, it's like if Earth's mightiest heroes like all died.
Oh, Earth's mightiest heroes lost or something.
Yeah. Although it isn't really even lost, is it? Because they had nothing to begin in the first.
But they didn't fight the battle against Loki in the first Avengers film. Hadn't got that yet.
No.
The events in which the characters die was all during their own movies.
Yeah.
Iron Man and Iron Man 2, Thor and Hulk in their originals.
Yeah. It was all there was all their leading original films. But yeah, what if? How many more episodes we got? 8.
6, I want to say.
Oh, okay. Not bad. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, so okay. Yeah. I think as you said, there was 8 left after the, yeah, because 9 episodes total. Have you found out yet? Let me have a look as well. What if episode 3? What if
the world lost its mightiest heroes?
what if the world lost its mightiest heroes? There we go. Anyway, link below if you haven't seen it. Let us know what you think as well.
Yeah, mightiest heroes, the Avengers. So yeah, I'll retcon my own argument earlier about it not being something I can accept, because mightiest heroes is obviously the acronym.
There we go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on Friday for the main episode, and
we'll see you on Monday for our ramble rant off topic, and maybe a Tuesday again if we
the other
miraculously
one,
get
the
some other shocking news of a trailer.
episode
knew it
4
was coming. And Wednesday for our episode 4 bonus
time
video
next
for
week.
What If, which I believe so far is what if Dr. Stephen Strange became an evil version of this.
Oh,
So yeah,
there we go.
which has been highlighted in trailers. Probably my third favorite episode to come, I expect. Yeah, I did like this one, but it wasn't my favorite. It's like the best way I'm describing it at the moment is the run to the little bit.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you on Friday.
On Friday, guys.
Thanks for watching. Boom.
At the sound of my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and on and on. Oh, fuck, what recorded?
Keep that in.